Good morning, this is Deepak. The true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Here's a story to answer that question. In late summer of 1997, people were jolted by two events that occurred less than a week. The death of Princess Diana and Mother Teresa. On the surface, the two women could not have been more different. One was tall, young, glamorous princess from England who circulated in the highest society. The other, a Nobel Peace Prize recipient, was a small, elderly Catholic nun born in Albana who served the poorest of the poor in Calcutta. What's incredible is that their impact was remarkably similar. In 1996 poll published by the London Daily Mail, Princess Diana and Mother Teresa were voted in first and second place as the world's two most caring people. That's something that doesn't happen unless you have a lot of influence. That is the power of influence created by Mother Teresa and Princess Diana. In 1981, Diana became the most talked about person on the globe when she married Prince Charles of England. Nearly 1 billion people watched Diana's wedding ceremony. People were intrigued with Diana, a commoner who had once been a kindergarten teacher. But after marriage, she started traveling and representing the royal family around the world at various functions. She quickly made it her goal to serve others and raise funds for numerous charitable causes. And during the process, she built many important relationships with politicians, organizers of humanitarian causes, entertainers, and head of states. Diana started rallying people to causes such as medical research for AIDS, care for people with leprosy, and a ban on landmines. In the beginning, Diana's title had merely given her a platform to address others. But she soon became a person of influence in her own right. In 1996, when she was divorced from Prince Charles, she lost her title, but that didn't at all diminish her impact on others. Instead, her influence continued to increase while that of her former husband and in-laws declined, despite their royal titles and positions. Even in death, Diana continued to influence others. Her funeral was broadcast on television and BBC radio. It was translated into 44 languages. NBC estimated total audience numbered as many as 2.5 billion, more than twice the number of people who watched her wedding. Princess Diana has been characterized in many ways, but one word that I have never heard used to describe her is leader. Yet, that's what she was. Ultimately, she made things happen because she was an influencer, and leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. There's a widespread misunderstanding that leading and managing are one and same. The main difference between the two is that leadership is about influencing people to follow, while management focuses on maintaining systems and processes. The best way to test whether a person can lead rather than manage is to ask him to create positive change. Managers can maintain directions, but they can't change it. To move people in a new direction, you need influence. Francis Bacon said, knowledge is power. But you can visit any major university and meet brilliant research scientists and philosophers whose ability to think is so high that it's off the charts, but whose ability to lead is so low that it doesn't even register on others. IQ doesn't necessarily equate to leadership. Another misconception is that anyone who is out in the front of the crowd is a leader. I give you an example of Sir Edmund Hillary, who was the first man to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Since his historic ascent in 1953, many people have followed him in achieving that feat. But that doesn't make Hillary a leader. He wasn't even the leader of that particular expedition. John Hunt was. Another misunderstanding people have about leadership is that people think it is based on position. Look at what happened several years ago in an advertising agency known as Saatchi & Saatchi. In 1994, Saatchi & Saatchi forced the board of directors to dismiss Maurice Saatchi, the company's CEO. What was the result? Several executives followed him out. So did many of the company's largest accounts, including British Airways and Mars, the candy maker. Saatchi's influence was so great that his departure caused the company's stock to fall immediately from £8 to £4 per share. Saatchi lost his title and position, but he continued to be a leader. He who thinks he leads but has no followers is only taking a walk. If you can't influence others, they won't follow you. And if they won't follow you, you are not a leader, no matter what anybody else tells you. Remember that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Thank you for listening and have a great day.